Amatshona omthakazo omuhle silamukela njalo kwesinye isiqephu sethu sezindaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio. Namhla kungoLwesihlanu ziyisithupha kuNhlangula ngomnyaka ka-2025. Olethulela indaba ngikhethiwe Chuma. Kwezihamba phambili namhlanje, iMelika itshela uMnangagwa ukuba inkohlakalo iyebulala ilizwe laseZimbabwe. Umongameli uChamisa nguye yedwa olekhono kusho uPhasho Sibanda. uMnangagwa kanye loMafumo sebevumile ukukhohlakala okwenziwa inkampani yePomona. Nanzi indaba zethu ngokugcweleyo. Omela iMelika kweleZimbabwe eseHarare usethe inkohlakalo elizweni yebulala ilizwe kanye lomkhonomi ngaphansi kobuthungameli kamongameli webandla leZANU-PF Emmerson Mnangagwa. Uye wethula inkulumo yakhe lapho bebethakazelela ilanga lokuthola uzibusi eMelika. U-Ambassador uPamela Tremont uye wakhuthaza uhulumende waseZimbabwe ukuba alwisane lenkohlakalo ukuze kube lokuphumelela elizweni. Omunye webandla eliphikisayo kanti njalo wayelilunga ledale lePhalamende uEric Gono uthi iZimbabwe ngeke iziqhubekele phambili ngokuthola ezomkhonomi ongcono ngaphansi kobuthungameli komuntu okhohlakeleyo njengomnangagwa. Lesizweni uGono ekhuluma.
U-Ambassador we-America uyethule imbiko xwayisa i-government yeZimbabwe ukubana nxa ingaqedanga i-corruption umkhonomi weZimbabwe awusoze uphakame. Kodwa-ke lamazwi awela endlebeni ezivalekileyo ngoba i-government yeZimbabwe yiyo intshantsho yobusela, yiyo intshantsho ye-corruption. So asikhangeleli ukubona utshintsho. Emalangeni amalutshwana adlulileyo sibone besiyavula i-interchange abayibiza bethi Trabablas. Layo ngenye yemizekeliso eye-corruption eyenziwe lapha ekhaya, ngoba imali okuthiwa izobhadalwa lapho lento eyakhiweyo akuhambelani, yikutshontshela ama-citizens akuleli emini bekhangele. Sibonile njalo eHarare bavulile enye futhi abayibiza bethi iGeopamona, layo futhi ngenye yendlela zokutshontshela umphakathi imali. So asikhangeleli ukubona utshintsho unless kuze kube le government yeZimbabwe ezaba lengqondo yokunanzelela ukuhlupheka kwabantwana baseZimbabwe, yenze izinqumo ezizabe zikhangelisisa kakhulu ukuhlala kahle kwabantu baseZimbabwe, hayi abafuna ukuzinothisa.
Owemela iCountry Park edale lePhalamende uPhasho Sibanda lo wanqoba umthuli Mncube ngokumangazayo phambi kokuba axoshwe nguSengezo Chabango. Usenikeze ukubonga kumongameli uAdvocate Nelson Chamisa ngobuthungameli bakhe obuqotho. uSibanda uye wancoma kakhulu uAdvocate Nelson Chamisa ngekhono lakhe lokuzwisisana lezakhamizi lendubo ezibhekane labantu, yikho kwamenza wathola amavoti angaphezulu kwe-2 million eminyakeni emibili eyadlulayo yokhetho. Umthungameli webandla leZANU-PF kanye losodolobha waseHarare uJacob Mafume izolo baye bavuma ukuba kuqhubeke ngokusebenza kweGeopomona, lokhu okuzakwenza uDelish Nguwaya kanye loShaun Mnangagwa inkampani yabo ithole imali engaphezulu kwe-160 million edoleni leMelika eminyakeni emihlanu ezayo. Enkulumeni yakhe uMnangagwa uye wathembisa ukuba uMafumo uza kuhlala engusodolobha waseHarare. Ngokunjalo uMafumo uye waveza ubudlelwane bakhe loMnangagwa njengalobo bomshado oqonde nqa. iGeopomona yiyo eza kubutha izibi kanti njalo yayaliwe izakhamizi zaseHarare ngoba ingancedisi izakhamizi zaseHarare. Kusenjalo isiphathamandla sebandla eliphikisayo Stephen Sarkozy Chuma usethe inxushunxushu yePomona iveza sobala kungani usodolobha uIan Makone kanye lamakhansila akhe ayethembekile kumongameli uChamisa baxoshwa ekhansilini. Uye wathi uEmmerson Mnangagwa icebo lakhe belengokufaka amakhansila aza kuvumelana lenkohlakalo ezizakwenzakala. Ake sizweni okaChuma ekhuluma.
Yes, it is now very clear that the recall of people elected, the councillors by Emmerson Mnangagwa, using a puppet, Sengis Chawang, was meant to make sure that he will have his own councillors that are going to vote in favor of such corruption deals like the Pomona scandal. What we witnessed yesterday is a clear display of corruption. But we know that Mafume and the councillors who endorsed this Pomona deal are working hand in glove with Emmerson Mnangagwa. Obviously, they are getting some crumbs while Emmerson Mnangagwa is getting a big chunk from the 160 million corruption scandal. This is very sad, but at the end of the day, we know that our people elected representatives like Mayor Ian McConnell, who was recalled, and other councillors like Samuel Benzi, who were recalled. These people made good for the people, and come another election, the people of Zimbabwe, the citizens, the residents of Harare are going to vote correctly for people who have people at heart and remove criminals that are working in cahoots with the ZANU-PF.
Induna uNhlanhla Yamangwe Ndiweni ngoLwesithathu uyathungamela umbhikisho bekhona ububanjwe izizalwane zaseZimbabwe ezihlala eUnited Kingdom lapho bezibhikishela unkosikazi kaEmmerson Mnangagwa uAuxilia ukuba angangeni lelo lizwe ukuzohlanganela emhlanganweni weFlair Summit okhangelelwe ukuba ube khona mhla zili-17 kusiya mhla zili-18 kwayona le inyanga. Enkulumeni yakhe lapho abesethula ipetition kunumber 10 Downing Street, induna uNdiweni uthi uAuxilia Mnangagwa kanye lomkakhe yibo asebethungamela kuhulumende lokho osokwenze ukuba kuhlukumezeke kakhulu abesifazana labantu bonke abalwela amalungelo abantu kanti njalo yibo abahamba phambili ngenkohlakalo. Ake sizweni.
Today we're here once again at 10 Downing Street. This time we are protesting against the invitation that was given out by Flair to invite the First Lady of Zimbabwe to the conference. The conference is title-headed Women Empowerment and Development. There could not be a more erroneous title to have invited the First Lady over for. When we look at her history in Zimbabwe, when we look at what's been done in Zimbabwe, women have been left behind, far, far, far behind. We start right at the top, at the apex, and we note and identify the number of ladies incarcerated falsely in the prisons in Zimbabwe, up and down the country. We look at the treatment of women in Zimbabwe up until now. It's been atrocious. And we even go as far as looking at the health service in Zimbabwe. We look at the primary health care service in Zimbabwe. We look at infant mortalities in Zimbabwe. We look at everything pertaining to our sisters in Zimbabwe, and we see we've gone downwards. We have not gone upwards at all. So it begs the question, why did Flair invite the First Lady over here for this particular conference? When right in front of everybody to see, we have a First Lady that has not performed on par as she should have done. A case in point, whether people are looking at various issues and marital problems that come through, the highlighting point is to see the terrible situation that the Vice President's ex-wife has been treated appallingly, whereby a woman is dragged in before the court. A woman who's ill, a woman who's had amputations, being dragged into that particular arena. That epitomizes to say, what is the gender situation in Zimbabwe? We touch on her purely because we then cascade that whole information downwards to the young girls, girl marriages in the rural areas, girl trials, all the issues associated with that. And what tags to that, we're looking at the dropout rate of young girls from primary schools to secondary schools, let alone universities, let alone within the employment sectors. We're not even counting that at all. So really, when we look at what has been going on in Zimbabwe with gender issues, we have fallen far, far, far behind. And the First Lady of Zimbabwe should not have been invited. Should not have been invited here to the United Kingdom. And for us, we're protesting here. But the good thing is we are standing on principle. We know that if we stand on principle, our documentation we handed in today, the recordings that we're doing now, they will stand up for millions of years because we are standing on principles, and at any given point in time, they can refer back to that.
Namhlanje kufikise iminyaka engama-53 selokhu kwaba lengozi eKhamandama Mine eWangi Colliery kwabhubha abantu abangama-427 lapho kwalahleka imiphefumulo khona kule imayini. Owebandla eliphikisayo kanti njalo elilunga ledale lephalamende eWangi Central uMhlonitshwa uMolokele usekhuthaze uhulumende ukuba asekele izimuli zalabo abalahlekelwa zimpilo zabo eKhamandama ukuze bathole ukuphathiseka. Uye wakhuthaza njalo uhulumende ukuba kumele aqondisise ukuba amankampani enza ngezokwembiwa alandela imithetho yelizwe ekhangelisisa ngokuphepha kwezisebenzi ukuze kungabi lengozi ezifana lalezi. Owayengumongameli kwele Zambia u-Edgar Lungu odlule emhlabeni izolo kwele South Africa uza kukhunjulwa njengomuntu obesekela uhlukumezo lwebandla leZANU-PF eHarare. Bekuyisikhathi sombuso wakhe lapho kwabonakala kuboshwa khona owayengumsekeli kamongameli webandla le-MDC Alliance uTendai Biti emngceleni waseZambia ngemva kokhetho lomnyaka ka-2018. uLungu kubikwa waphiwa imali njalo libandla leZANU-PF ukuze akhankase edlula i-20 million etoleni leMelika. Elizweni lakhe uLungu besaziwa ngokuhlukumeza amalunga ebandla eliphikisayo esasengumongameli kwele Zambia. Kusenjalo owayesiboshwa kwezepolitiki uLangton Mwanaka uye waxwayisa bonke abahlukumeza abantu bengabongameli ukuba baxwayiseke. Ake simzweni ekhuluma.
Dictators should learn from the untimely deaths of other dictators who think that repression targeting opposition members will save them from death. They think restricting freedom of expression, punishing individuals for speaking out against the government save them from death. Dictators think concentrating power in the hands of a single individual or a group, limiting checks and balances, will save them from death. They think controlling the media using propaganda to shape public opinion and suppressing dissent will save them from death. Wake up all dictators in the world. Death is coming. You might be the next.
Sekulempi yamazwi phakathi kukamongameli waseMelika uDonald Trump lalo wayengumlingani wakhe uElon Musk ngemva kokuba bengasazwisisani. Enkulumeni yabo ebikhona emakhasini okuxhumana, uTrump uthi uMusk uzondile ngoba ekhiphe usekelo lukahulumende ngemali lolu abelupha amankampani akhe. uMusk osanda kushiya isikhundla sakhe kuhulumende kaTrump uthi umongameli waseMelika ubengeze aphumelele kukhetho olwedlulileyo kungela usekelo lwakhe. Iqembu lama-Warriors eZimbabwe likhangelele ukuba libe lomdlalo namhlanje kusihlwa leqembu leBurkina Faso eCasablanca kwele Morocco. Umdlalo lo uza kuqala ngehola lesithupha kusihlwa. Umqeqeshi wama-Warriors uMichael Nice kukhangelelwe ukuba asebenzise imidlalo yeBurkina Faso kanye leNiger ukuze alungisise iqembu lakhe phambi kokuba kube lemidlalo ye-AFCON eza kudlalwa eMorocco ekupheleni kwalo mnyaka. Kesizweni umqeqeshi uMichael Nice ekhuluma ngokuzimisela kweqembu lakhe kulo umdlalo.
The excitement is slowly growing. We are going in the final preparation to this match with meetings and a training session, and the team assembled well. We got settled here in Morocco. We got used to the weather. The game was now unfortunately a bit from 8 to 5 postponed. We hope the heat won't be too strong at the beginning, but I think it will be an interesting game, and the team, we're looking really forward, no? The whole team. Yes, I cannot reveal that, but it's in the nature of these friendly games. Yeah? when you see our group has a lot of new faces, also players who came back, and of course there will be some new faces automatically on the pitch in the starting 11. Well, it's not only about winning. First of all, it's about a performance. We must gradually improve our performances, and that's the best prediction for a good result. No? We have to respect also the opponent. They're a little bit higher ranked than us in the FIFA ranking. It's a good side. They also qualified for the CAN. They're in second position in the World Cup group. They have some very good players. For us, it's we want to win, no doubt about that. But we also want to integrate the new players and see if they can cope on that level, no? And how they settle in our way of playing together. We are confident in our own abilities, and let's see how the match evolves. But of course, we will give everything, we try everything, but football, we also have to respect the opponent. I don't know if the game is live on TV. If so, please switch on the TV or your PC or a laptop or whatsoever and watch it, because even when fans are not attending the match, cannot attend the match in the stadium, we still feel the support from a distance, that's for sure. And of course, if there's a few Zimbabweans here in Morocco, we would be very happy to have them here supporting us. I'm sure there will be quite a few, yeah? Not as many as in South Africa when we played there our games, but we want everybody to be able to watch the game, and hopefully it will be streamed somehow or transmitted live, because I'm sure they're also excited to see some new players, how they perform, how they can be integrated if it increases the competition in our team. And that excitement is also for them.
ISpain kanye leFrance izolo kusihlwa zidlale umdlalo omangalisa kakhulu emidlalweni ye-UEFA Nations League semi-final edlalwe lapho kube lamagoli ayisishiyagalolunye. ISpain iyanqoba iFrance 5-4 ngemva kokuba lo leminyaka engamashumi 7 uLamine Yamal ehlohle amagoli amabili. Amanye amagoli avele kuNico Williams, kuMikel Merino kanye loPedri, bonke abahlohlele iSpain. Kwathi France yona yahlohla ngoKylian Mbappe, uRyan Cherki, uKolo Muani kanye legoli abazihlohle lona. Ukuziphetha lezi indaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio naze bezihamba phambili. IMelika itshela uMnangagwa ukuba inkohlakalo yesibulele ilizwe laseZimbabwe. Umongameli uChamisa nguye yedwa olekhono kusho uPhasho Sibanda. uMnangagwa loMafume bavumelana lenkohlakalo eyenziwa inkampani yePomona. Sizithetha lapha lezi indaba.